All right, good morning, everybody. Today is February 25th, and as usual, going over US 30 gold and BTC. So right here in the open up of US 30, if we look at the 15 and 30-minute time frames, you can see that if you guys remember the 20, what is it? Like a quick scalp in and out, like the 20-point TP stop loss, where you would wait for price to get to a rejection area and then go like 10 points away from the rejection area. And then you'd end up setting like about 10 points. And then you'd end up setting a pending sell order. So this one would have caught up, but I mean, this one would have hit TP, but we weren't on the live session by that time. But that was an example of a rejection scalp. So that one would have taken place here on the 15-minute and 30-minute time frame. But anyway, let's see if we'll get another one during the live session. So here there was one on gold here as well that just went up. So for gold, you just wait for it to go away from the rejection level by like 50 cents. So this didn't really do that before rejecting back down to the downside. So we wouldn't have gotten this one, and it has already come back down. And this one, you'd ideally, the goal is to shoot for like a $2 TP, $2 stop loss. So nothing on the 15-minute, nothing on the 30-minute. So what we can do here on US 30, we can do a alert for US 30 here on the 15-minute time frame, so that if price gets up here for US 30, what we would need is for price to go up like 10 points, and then we would set a pending sell order right there. So let's see. So it would be something like this, and then something like that. And then here you can do a 200. So possible rejection scalp up here if price gets there, which it might. So this one is rejection scalp. So I've already put an alert there, so that if price gets there, then can see if we'll get that during the live session. For gold, same thing here. So for gold, we can do here, add alert. So remember, for these entries, you just need to make sure you still follow the confluences of the zones and order blocks. So here we don't have any, in any case, we have a bearish order block around this zone. So long as we don't have a green zone, and this one is more into no man's land. So maybe so actually this one is in no man's land, but we'll see when price gets up there, if it will still be no man's land. So I still set up a pending sell order. I'm sorry, a pending alert here. So this would be a $2 TP and $2 stop loss. Um, it's gonna be a rejection scalp. Then you go for between $1 to 50 cents. So for this one, I would say something around here. So a good example of this is what happened this morning here, something like this, right? When price came, where's this one? When price broke down below this rejection level, right? You wait for that 10 point, this is US 30, you wait for that 10-point drop below that zone, and then you go back up, right? You set a pending order here. So that's the idea right there. You'd set the pending order and then you wait for price to come back up. So that is literally the same notion we would be trying to get. Let's see, need to. So we set that up for gold. Okay. On the hourly time frame, let's see what's going on here. On the hourly time frame, we have a potential sell on US 30 here. A rejection to the downside that's right here. Only thing with this particular one is structure, So we have this structure, the meltdown that happened last week. So we have this structure right here, which can easily be completed back up to the upside. However, this is a valid rejection entry. I don't see any red flags with this particular one. Also, we have this daily bullish order block that's down here, a high and low. So in any case, I feel like US 30 would come back down lower here before picking up liquidity to go up. So if this does close with a rejection entry, I will be taking a sell here, or I'd be setting a pending sell order here for US 30. And let's see, it's giving us a possible 100-point TP and stop loss. So for this one, possible 100-point TP and stop loss, I think I would rather have stop loss somewhere above here. If possible, above this rejection area. So let's see how far up this is. So this would need a 300-point stop loss. So that's a bit high. So I think 150 points. So at the very least, it's above this area. So actually not 100, give this 200-point stop loss and TP. Yep. So that should be, but we need to close this hourly candle needs to close below this rejection area. And then we would need, so this is SAR levels rejection. And let's see how this one closes in the next 15 seconds. I'm sorry, 15 minutes. So there's that one right there. For gold, there was this entry here, and I had already set a pending order for this. But if you see this entry that came up on I think it was the 9 a.m. candle or actually 8 a.m. candle. So we had a perfect entry here for gold, and this would be a setup. Because we had a rejection off of this SAR level, and then you just set your pending order. So I'd already set my pending order here on the hourly. Unfortunately, price just kept going up. We did not get a retest of that rejection level. You can see we missed that rejection level by like, what was this? 1926.2, 1925.7. We missed this rejection level by like 5 or 50 cents. So there's another possible sell entry on gold. So I missed this entry, so I went ahead and deleted this. But that was a perfect entry on gold. I like this wick from the upside on gold on the hourly. And unfortunately, so as much as this right here would be a rejection level, it's in no man's land, right? So it's neither in a red zone nor is it in a green zone. So as much as there's some supply kicking in from the left-hand side, there's really nothing here, even though this hourly candle would close below here. It wouldn't satisfy the confluence that requires you to sell in a red zone or to buy in a green zone. So unless we come back up here between 1944 and 1946, and you can see we have a double rejection area there between those two zones. So unless gold comes back up here and gives us a rejection entry here, I don't see anything. Here on gold as well, possible 4 hour, there was a 4 hour entry here, and I have actually a pending buy order on gold that's down here. Because you can see on the 4 hour time frame, this 4 hour candle came and rejected off of this zone, and then you'd set your pending order here. So this one was like a $15 stop loss, $15 TP. But then we have to be cautious about how far did price go up in the direction of TP. So it went up about, it would be $7. So yeah, so this 4 hour pending buy order, I still have it active. And give me a moment. See here. Okay. Again, on the 4 hour time frame here on US 30 as well, we have two rejection levels, but we are also in a green zone. So you can see for US 30 here on the 4 hour time frame, we are in a green zone, so there's nothing to look at there. For gold, I'm still in this sell on gold, the one that we entered last week with a $80 stop loss and $80 TP. So I did mention that this entry might run for a week or a couple of weeks. So we'll just have to keep waiting to see how this goes for gold on the daily. But for right now, we'll just see if we get anything either here for US 30 on the 15-minute and 30-minute, like a rejection scalp, or here on the, we see how this hourly will close for US 30 right there on the hourly. For gold, unfortunately here, I wouldn't enter this sell right here because gold is in a zone of neither supply nor demand. So at this point, it looks like the only possible trade we'll take is, or I will take, is this US 30 trade if we close that way. And then I'll just look at the other chart that has the trend line and SAR rejections to see if there are any entries there. Give me a moment here. Okay. Um, so for the other trend line and SAR rejection entry, See if there's anything. So price for that other strategy, price looks like it's away from both the top and bottom trend line. So we probably would find any entries for that as well. So let's see. Today, this is possibly the only trade that I'll get in. Yesterday, I started off the week with some nice wins. So if you can see yesterday already for the week, I'm up like what is this, 5K. So this is 4,000 on one account and another approximate 1,000 on the other account. So that was based off of one trade that I took on Friday, carried it over the weekend, and then the other one is this one that I posted in Trade Ideas and Recap yesterday. So this was a 4-hour rejection entry on gold. So today, hopefully we get something. So definitely this US 31 looks like it's something that might materialize in the next 6 minutes. But other than that, I really don't see anything. Because even to the downside, all rejection levels have been used up for gold, even on the 15-minute and 30-minute. Unless this, so I have a pending buy order on gold here at 2927.2. So this is based off of the SAR rejection levels strategy. So if this materializes, then that's good enough. I like all these wicks for gold at the bottom. So these are nice wicks that show rejections to the upside, but we'll see if they come up. But this zone has been tested quite heavily. So if we get a break and closure below all these wicks, we might get a meltdown for gold, but we'll see how that goes. So let's just see what happens in the next 6 minutes. You can see how those sell side scalps would have been pretty decent, like especially this one that came up during market open. That one was a pretty nice one right here. Right. So I'll start getting ready to set my pending order. So this is a 200 point stop loss and TP. So 751. 20. So that is a 31-point difference. So I'll get ready for this. Set a pending. So I'm just getting the parameters ready for the US 30 setup. So this one would be 737, 31. So it's around 706. So I'll put it there. All right. I don't see 31. Let me set it on my other account. Yes. So this would be 200 points. Okay, pending sell there. This is 730. Okay. All right, so let's see how this goes in a minute, about 2 minutes, to see if we'll set those pending orders. So 29 seconds. So 29 seconds, let's see. Okay, so we're still in a supply zone. So I am setting my pending sell limits for US 30 at that zone. So this is an A plus setup. No, I'm sorry, this is an A setup. It would have been an A plus setup if we had bearish zones or bearish order blocks. So I've set my pending sell limits on US 30 for this particular trade. Yes, 30, rejection resistance 30. Okay, there is a sell going, oh, actually, no. That would have been a nice sell, rejection resistance on US 30, but we do not have a supply zone on that 30-minute. Okay. So let's see what we have here. Hoping we can get like a rejection scalp somewhere around here. Um, yeah, there's the other thing for this entry on US 30, we have to make sure, so the stop loss and TP is 200 points. So if this candle drops like 50-60% of the TP without, so I'll just mark the whole 200 points. So if this candle, or if price gets to this area first before coming back up to tap us in, I'll go ahead and cancel this pending order. So if price gets here first, gets down here around, because you have to compare like your TP relative to where the trade activated. So the trade would have activated at the closure of this candle. So if price goes like a majority of your TP before coming back up to tag you in, then at that point you just delete your pending order. So there's still this possible buy on gold. So I have a pending order on gold here as well. And it is still a valid trade. So there's still a pending buy order on gold on the 4-hour time frame. So let's see if that will be able to activate. But for US 30, unfortunately, here I do see us just, or myself, deleting my pending order because I would have expected US 30 to come back up and test the rejection area before going back down. So at this point, it's just a matter of waiting and being patient. And I was really, really hoping we'd get a rejection scalp entry. So for this rejection scalp entries, I would normally look to take them during market open, all the way to like 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So because you want to take those rejection scalps during periods of high volatility. So that's the reason you want to consider taking them around those periods or around those time frames. Wait, US 30 here on the so there's a rejection. Oh, this came up so quickly, so fast. Uh, this is the 20 point. Let's see. Okay. What zone are we in? Okay. Let's see. For US 30, this would be the 15-minute time frame. Um, that happened so fast. So you see that? You see that went straight to full TP. So that's the rejection scalp right there, guys. It happens so fast. Like you'd have set a pending order right there and you'd have gotten filled into full TP. Ah, man, crazy. Yes, so US 30, and if we go to the hourly, let's see. Yeah, so that rejection, so remember, right? You want to wait for price to go down, and then you'd ideally set a pending order around that zone. What, 34, 55. Let's see. For BE 20, 38. I want to see if uh, let's see. Not sure if we'll get another spike back up to the upside, but let's see. Let's see. Mostly like you want to catch it like the first rejection. So I really wouldn't want to play around with it too much. So ideally, I want to see if we would get like another spike up back to the upside. So let me see if I get tagged in above this area. And this one's coming so fast. It's crazy. So not yet. Let's see. Let's see if we get a tag in. No, not yet. Um, we have like 6 more minutes before this fills in. All right, I'll adjust the parameters. So let's see if we get like a spike up here to this one. This one would be a rejection scalp. I'll just put a alert here so that price can. All right, so I'll just put an alert there so that we get an alert if price gets there. Okay, let's see if there's one for gold. Yeah, so this US 30 pending order, I'll go ahead and delete it because price has come down pretty heavy. So price has come down about price has come down about 150 points. So before going back up, so I'll go ahead and delete this order as well here for US 30. So I'll go ahead and delete my pending orders for US 30 here. So I'll go ahead and delete that because price went bearish, pretty bearish quickly before it came back up. So I'm deleting my pending orders for US 30, for US 30 sell, and then we'll see if we get something else. So possibly this rejection scalp, but keep in mind, guys, I said that this rejection scalps, you just want to monitor them. Okay, so let's see if that's tagged in. And okay, got an alert. Let's see, keeps going, nice. Let's see if it gets another tag. We need a nice push above this area, so I'm just watching it. So we need a nice push above this rejection area. Just wait. Put here. Okay, so we have some for gold as well here. Let me see what zones we are in. A alert here for gold as well. But actually, so for gold, since I already have this pending buy, and let me see if it's activated. The pending buy for gold is almost activated on the 4 hour. Let's see if it will do anything. Yeah, so this as well, we're in a demand zone for gold here as well. So if we get one here, this might be a rejection scalp on gold. But price again has to come. I would say somewhere around here. And let's see what that area is. This will be on the 15-minute time frame. 15-minute time frame. We do get back up there. So we'll see how this one ends up going for this gold rejection one. For the 4-hour, let's see, almost tagged in for this 4-hour entry. So the tag is right there. Alright. If this doesn't come back up before here, we have two more zones here. So watch this zones here for US, I'm sorry, for US 30. So 43.60, 43.50 would be right there. And an alert here. And still waiting for the buy limit on gold to be triggered. All right, so this one, since this candle has closed below, I'll just close that out and delete that. Gold, 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 gold. Okay, so this needs to come down 29.6.2. So this needs to come, this candle needs to come down first here before setting this pending order. So this is a rejection scalp as well. And the 4-hour trade on gold has been triggered. So I am in the 4-hour trade on gold. All right, so keep in mind this is a rejection scalp on gold. Okay. Let's see. And for the rejection scalps, I am not counting them as official trades. These are just things we are forward testing. Okay, so I have set a pending buy stop on gold here, and this is just to see how this ones will go, this rejection scalps. So setting a pending buy stop on gold, and I am in gold here on the 4-hour trades. So keep in mind, for me, mostly I prefer trading on the higher time frames, so 4-hour, 1-hour, and daily. So I just got tagged into this 4-hour buy on gold, and this is an A setup. We are in a demand zone. This is a rejection entry. And we don't have any bearish order blocks around that zone. And then, of course, US 30 decides to come back up towards that area, but that's fine. And then what I'll end up doing here is changing this charts to have US 30 and gold on. So instead of having US 30 here on the 15-minute and US 30 here on the 30-minute to my right, what I'll do here is do this. And what I'll do is change this to the 15-minute and then change this to gold. Um, what else? What else? Change this to gold. And I'll just rename this to US 30 then gold live 15 minutes. And I'll do the same for this. Um, so this will just be a 30-minute chart. So here on gold, this is where this would be a rejection scalp. The 15 minutes. So we'll see if we get this push back up to the upside for gold. I'll go ahead and delete this since I've already moved it. And this would be US 30. This would be gold on the 30. And just rename this US 30. Gold live. Minutes. Okay. Yeah, so that it matches this one's. So I did say if we break down this, if we break through this wicks right here, we'll possibly end up melting to the downside and possibly hit or get taken out of this trade. But it's a nice entry here on the 4-hour. The same thing here for US 30. All right, this again would be a quick one if it does happen. US 30 pending. Okay. So for this US 31, price has to get here first before going back up. And this one's happened so fast. So let's see. Right. Still in this gold 4-hour trade. If we break this wicks, we'll probably get stopped out for this one. So this is a, what is it? It's a $15 stop loss and TP on gold. So hopefully we get a rejection back up to the upside. So this is melting pretty heavily. So looks like for this trade, we might get stopped out for this 4-hour entry on gold. Yeah. So got taken out of the gold sell here. So this hit stop loss for me for so we'll go ahead and do this. Mhm. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. So we haven't had any trades here. Let's see. Okay, so that's US 30. Let's see if how this goes here. But anyway, I was updating this. So here, this is minus 0.75 for that trade. So unfortunately, this trade ended up here being stopped out. I'll just take a screen grab of this. Here. All right, so this ended up getting taken out, and that's the one we did, minus 0.75 right there. So we'll see if there's anything else that comes in based off of where price is at. Let's see. So this closes in 3 minutes. Now, at least on the good side, this $80 TP and stop loss daily entry on gold is in profit. Unfortunately, for that 4-hour one, we got taken out of that. But other than say this scalps that might come up, I really don't see anything else. Again, mostly I'm looking at the hourly time frames. So here as well on US 30, possible. So this one, Red flag is, or red flag with this trade is the overlap of the supply and demand zones. So even if this closes on the hourly time frame for US 30, I would not take it because of that overlap. So it doesn't satisfy those requirements. So I really don't see anything else to check out unless we get this rejection scalps. And again, these rejection scalps are not official trades. They're just forward testing before we can learn how price is moving around these areas. So I don't see anything on the hourly for gold and US 30. I don't see anything on the 4 hour. This daily trade is running in profit, so at least there's that. But other than that, I really don't see anything else to watch here. So let's see how this US 30 and gold setups might end up. And based off of how these candles are going, I don't think we will get any swing back in price quickly here. Because if this candle closes below this rejection areas, then we'll just end up deleting any alerts around this area, or we would end up not even looking for entries around that area. Yeah. So here, nothing again to expect. US 30 frame break of support. Not 30. Yeah. All right. Yeah, so nothing here. So that will be it for today's, even on the 30-minute time frames. And gold is really, really dipping. So we'll see. Hopefully we get traction with this trade we have on the daily time frame and it hits TP and then we can at least recoup that loss. So we've been holding on to this trade since Wednesday of last week. So hopefully this one goes in our direction. But other than that, I will catch you guys tomorrow for another live session. All right, guys, peace.